Hold on. Let's take a live call, shall we? Uh-oh, we can't. It's Gary. He keeps trying to close me. Let's see if he can close me. This is Brad. I appreciate your follow-up, Gary.
Hey, you got it, man.
Buddy, how many times have you tried to reach me and had no luck?
I can't even count that high.
But you just keep calling like you want something.
For sure, man.
For
sure.
So what is it? This is your lucky day. What is it that you want, Gary?
You know, so I was thinking of the value I can create with marketing for businesses around commercial real estate. So like apartment buildings, retail centers.
How much is it?
So right now I'm putting together a package for like an investor group.
I don't have any money.
Oh, okay. Well, actually the reason why I called you was because you know Bobby, right?
I certainly do. Boy, he has some money, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I had recently connected with him on LinkedIn, and so I'm just trying to keep the relationship going with him and see.
Oh, so you're using the old broke dick Brad Lee to try to get to big dick Bobby C.
Well, yeah, man, because I want people to trust me and see that, like you said, like you can see that I got follow-up game, right?
Well, I don't have any money though.
That's okay. Well, you got it tied up in your business?
No, but what's funny is I'm on Closer School and you're featured on it now. And one of the dudes just said a lot of his customers say I don't have money, so I was literally just hearing what you'd say.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so give me your advice as a closer master. What was right? What was wrong with what I said?
I kind of liked what you said only because I appreciate to the point shit. I can tell you that there's 4 types of buyers. I'm one. What you would have done works with me. You didn't even say anything where money was involved, so you should have picked up that I was fucking with you. But
right, I was trying to see where you were coming from.
Yeah, but no, actually, I'm using you as an example. So I got your permission to make $1 million selling this lesson.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, good. Now, the other advice I'd give you is tell me, what do I like? Because you want me to help you, correct?
Yeah.
So if you want me to help you, well then, why wouldn't you want to help me? And if you want to help me so I'd help you, well then tell me, what would I consider help? Do you know?
I think I would look at it as, how can I help you meet your objectives with your company?
I would suggest that you worry more about me first before you worry about you. Yeah, because what you did is you called up and you're kind of worried about yourself. How do I get in front of Bobby? And by the way, I'm just using this as an example. I don't mind, dude. I'm just critiquing you. If I were coaching you and I heard this call, I would say, when you got a hold of Brad, you should have basically shot a little shit, made sure his family was safe, found out what's he up to, what's going on. And ultimately, I would have prepared myself prior to ever calling him, and I would have basically already knew by his stories and following him that he's smoking cigars lately. I would have probably sent him a cigar and called him after that. And then I would have said, Gary, my man, Dobbs-Areno, what's happening, bro? Shit, I got those freaking Cohibas, man. That was awesome. Appreciate that. Where you get those? And then you went, oh, man, my buddy's in Cuba. I can get them any day. Then I said, shit, how do I get some? You'd be like, shit, dude, you believe in tit for tat? Tit for tat? I would have said, well, yeah, I believe in tit for tat. Why? And you'd have said, well, just so happens, you know my man, Bobby.
Uh-huh.
And I would have said, well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. And you would have said, and I know a dude that's got some Robustos. So if we can make a swap-a-reno. And then I'd have said, damn, dog, that's a freaking smooth son of a bitch right there. How many boxes? and then you would have said, oh, dog, that might be worth 10, 20 boxes. And I'd have said, shit, I'll text you his number right now, but don't tell him where you got it. But then you would have said, no. I need you to introduce him to me. I need you to vouch for me. And then I would have said, oh, dude, well, we might have to go to Cuba, smoke some cigars, allow me to get to know you before I would ever consider doing that. And then that would tell you, cross Brad off the list.
Or, yeah, right. I'd be like, well, at least I got you to give me the condition, which is good, right?
100%. Now you know what case to solve. You got that right, Gary. Hey, I might introduce you, dude. I don't really like doing that, but I mean, how do you know him? I mean, why won't he pick up on LinkedIn for you?
Well, he has. So we've chatted back and forth on LinkedIn messaging.
So what do you need me to do?
Well, I just, like as another guy, like that he knows that I know, and so that it would just help me raise the trust factor, speed up the relationship a bit.
I got you.
Yeah.
What are you trying to close him on?
Well, because I want to see if there's opportunities for me with my marketing, my digital marketing services, to help him with this portfolio. I like to market like apartment buildings, retail centers. I want to do the big.
Have you asked him? Have you asked him?
No, because I haven't really pitched it. I've been just more asking about his advice on, what he thinks.
Yeah, but why haven't you asked him?
Because at first, when I reached out to him, it was because he was on Billionaire Nights, and I said, hey man, I saw you on Billionaire Nights with Dan Fleischman. I thought you were great. I really connected with it. I just really appreciated you making yourself available and being on.
Yeah, but why didn't you ask him what you just said you want to ask him?
Oh, because I haven't asked him yet, because I'm doing a little bit more research about the strategy, because I didn't pitch my services, but I know he's very soft on, he's not going to buy anything this year. He's mostly... You
already know that?
Well, yeah, because he told me he's waiting to see what happens next year.
Yeah, but you're going into the deal with that attitude?
Oh, well, maybe you're right. Maybe I need to rethink it, but I'm just looking at it more, trying to find out more what value, does he need? Like, what would he outsource?
Well, dude, listen to what you just said. You said, dude, what I want to ask him is if he needs help digitally marketing for some of his bigger properties and his commercial properties. And I said, did you ask him? And you said no. So how come you haven't asked him?
Okay.
I mean, haven't you already talked to him?
No, well, it's only been LinkedIn direct, messaging.
But you're communicating.
Yeah, communicated in that. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you just ask him?
Yeah, I will. All right, I'll do that.
Dude, do me a favor. I'll make you a deal. You get on LinkedIn and say, hey, Bobby, I'm interested to know if you are interested in blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Yes or no. Like, again, I don't want to bother you, but man, yes or no, and see what he says. If he says no, I'll call him and I'll three-way you, and we'll find out why he said no.
Okay.
But if he says yes and he gives you an opportunity, then just remember the biggest lesson of all: you don't get if you don't ask. You might not even need to be calling me right now. You could have just asked him already.
Right.
And by the way, Bobby's a really down to earth, cool dude. I think realistically, if I were trying to psychologically tear this apart, you're afraid of ruining the opportunity. You're afraid of what he might think of you by being so blunt and direct, and you have a little bit of fear. Would you agree?
Yeah, a little bit, because I want to be prepared for the pitch and the opportunity. So
yeah.
If he does say yes, I want to be able to follow through.
Yeah, sure. And again, that's wise. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you're a little bit afraid of what he might think if you were to be so blunt, and you don't want to ruin your opportunity. So I always tell people, and I always use this as an example, because guess what? You're not ruining an opportunity by asking someone to participate in the opportunity.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, you're a champ for volunteering. This was a random call. You're probably thinking, "Damn, dude, I didn't call to get a lecture."
No, man. I'm always working, dude, 7 days a week. So anytime I can learn, I sharpen my iron, I'm up for it.
Well, here's my advice. He's a cool dude, and this is why I'm giving you this advice. Wouldn't work every time, but Bobby's cool, dude. Shoot him a direct email that says, "Hey, Bobby, I just spoke with Bradley. He told me you were one of the down-to-earth, most coolest billionaires he's ever known. So here's my question. Do you need help doing this, this, and this? If so, I'd love 5 minutes with you. And I'll bet you money. If he's interested, he'll give you 5 minutes. And if he isn't, he will literally give you an answer worth getting. And if he doesn't, you call me back, and then I'll introduce you."
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's a deal.
Fair enough. I gotta run.
Yeah. Okay, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Folks, you guys see what I'm talking about? No, this guy ain't no schlub. He's a successful dude. He's fearing he's already talking to the guy he wants me to introduce him to, but what he's trying to do is build, and it made a lot of sense what he's doing. There's some strategy there, but folks, don't worry so much about strategy. When you talk to the decision maker and you've got an opportunity to ask that person for their business, ask the person for their business.